भगवान की
जय।
पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
गुरुदेव की
जय।
और प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि बोल।
किसकी बोल से ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Let's chant together for Mangalatram. Om
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं ऋषभानुसुते च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हृदय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे श्रीकाशुवादी।
Fortunate enough that we didn't reach somehow, but last visit when we had, it was very, very beautiful darshan and this thing, and then immediately what went that our whole circle should come here and we all should glorify the Lord here together. So I think it's all divine arrangement of the Supreme Lord. Ranganath Swami sitting in auspicious pose, like sleeping pose. We are going to have, whoever is coming to Trivandrum, we'll have another bigger version of this darshan we'll have in Padma Swami also, Padma Swami temple in Trivandrum. But till that time, I think we can relish this and, we will very, very wonderful experience. I'm not sure if the people who are sitting behind were able to see properly. Was it? We got visible everywhere? Yeah. Did you see? Because I'm a little selfish, I went in the front and side, so I don't know what is everybody else. So it was very, very beautiful darshan. So this I'll come to this Ranganatha Swami thing, or rather we should discuss. Okay, maybe we should discuss because I don't know how long. Suddenly, you may tell us no, very open or. So Ranganatha Swami is one of the very beautiful form of the Lord. And how many of you have visited Sri Ranga? We had gone the opportunity maybe 10 years back. Long Prabhu and very Sakshi Prabhu, we had visited Sri Ranga. It is very, 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 very beautiful darshan. Of course, that is not so luxurious like this. You cannot say. There had to be 1 minute or 1 second rather. It's like Tirupati. I remember we had stood for 4 o'clock we went, and I think darshan we got at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock when we were at. And that was again December time, so it was very crowded. And darshan was just so, but I think God mercifully has manifested to Bangalore, so that Bangaloreans have come here and have darshan. We have already, I think last time we had visited Shankarapatnam, there also we had Ranganatha Swami darshan. So it is said that there are places which are dedicated to Ranganatha Swami. One is Adiranga, they call Adiranga and Antaranga. So Adiranga is Srirangapatnam, where we went last time. We took Kaveri bath and all that. So that is called Adiranga. Means Adi means starting. So that is starting. And Madhyaranga is one Ranganath Swami temple which is near Shiv Samudra. I have not visited to be honest, but I have heard it is that this thing. And Antya Ranga is Shiranga. So there is again Ranganath Swami. So these three important temples which are dedicated to Ranganath Swami. You know, for him, moksha is guaranteed. But the Pujaris here, they tell that if you have visited one day, even if you have visited one day whole this, all three this thing, and if you don't come here, then moksha is not guaranteed. So this is called Moksha Ranga. So after visiting all those three temples, you should come here, visit this temple, and then it's considered as completed. But Lord has been merciful upon us, we have come first here only. So I think we will give us moksha, hopefully. So anyway, so this place so original Ranganath Swami has a very interesting story. It is said that Ranganath Swami is the family deities of Lord Rama. Even before Rama, Ikshvaku and all. And he took all, when he went back, he took with him Vibhishana. First he did the Pattabhishek of, Vibhishana, made him king of Lanka. And then he went to Krishna, made Sugriva the king of Kishkinda. And then all of them, they went to Ayodhya, back. And once they went to, we all know that after that Pattabhishek of the Lord happened there, Lord became the king of Ayodhya. So after that, what happened is that, days passing by and nobody wants to come back. So even, Sugriva and, Vibhishana and everybody, so King Ram, he is the host, so he cannot tell them that, okay, you go. But none of them wants to leave the association of Lord Ram. So it is, time is passing by, then one day Lord Ram becomes worried that, these people are not doing, what will happen to their kingdom? They go and take care of their kingdom. So he calls Vibhishana and he tells that, okay, I think it's time to go, you take care of Lanka. He says, no, I don't want to go. So I want to have your association. And somehow Lord convinced him. And he told him that, I will give you this, our family deities of Sri Ranganatha Swami. This is the form of Lord Vishnu in the China, and in the Milk Ocean. So there he, so he gave these deities to Vibhishana. And Vibhishana, when he was coming back, so the condition was that, he should not keep these deities somewhere on the ground. Yeah. So it seems that by the divine arrangement, when Vibhishana, reached Srirangam, so today's Srirangam, so there in the middle of Kaveri, it's actually an island which is in the middle of by Kaveri. So there he wanted to do his Sandhya. So at that time he was looking for somebody who can come and take. So one boy came there. And some people say it's Lord Ganesha, some people say it was Lord Krishna or something. So different people say different things, but I think it's more appropriate it was Ganesha. So then he gave these deities to that boy and he finished his this thing. But when he finished his Sandhya Vandana, then he turned back, he saw that boy was not there and Lord was kept on the floor. So now Vibhishana was very disappointed that he will how will he have the darshan of the Lord, and because these deities are supposed to go to Lanka. So Lord appeared there and he gave the benediction that I will be turning towards south. Generally you will not find the temples who are turned towards south, where the deities are towards south. Even buying houses and all that, also a lot of people are very considerate about the south facing Nilena, right? So, but somehow Lord gave the benediction that he will be. So, Srirangam is, the deities is facing towards south, and they say once a year Vibhishana comes and takes darshan of the Lord. And so that Lord can always see Vibhishana. So that's a famous pastime about Lord Ranganatha Swami in Srirangam. So, it is said at this temple, what had happened is that there are some hills here. So there in these hills, Saptarishis were doing tapasya, and they actually I'm not able to recall. Maybe you can ask the Swami. He had told last time like that, something like that. What is the thing that the Saptarishi they had established?
Meditating. So they got the realization that they got the inspiration to install the Lord here.
Okay.
They got the realization that Ram had given Vibhishan the deities. He had made 3 replicas.
Oh, okay.
So then they went there and asked Vibhishan to give one of that so that they can.
Okay, so this is that replica of
Yeah,
this. Everybody heard it? So basically, the Saptarishis, they got the whatever dream or something that that 3 replicas are there. So one of the replica they gave it to the Saptarishi, they went revision and took it, and that deities were installed here. And as I already told, that is called Moksha. So maybe we should take some, although we had took the liberty of coming to Moksha Ranga before going to other 3. So 2 are already done, Srirangapatnam and Srirangam. Madhyaranga, I think we should go sometime together. And or maybe those who have not visited Srirangam, we should go to Srirangam also. It's a beautiful place, beautiful temple. Not just the deities are beautiful, even temple is very beautiful, huge temple. And so many stories are there. Even Ramanujacharya's body is still preserved over there. It's more than 1,000 years that Ramanujacharya left physically. His body is still kept in the temple. They have protected, preserved that body. So it is still there. So we can have Ramanujacharya's darshan also. So maybe we should pray to Moksharanga to get us the darshan of Madhyaranga and Antaranga also. So Lord actually is very mercifully, He keeps doing these wonderful leelas so that the devotees get attracted more and more to the Lord. Because whatever said and done, we all were originally with the Supreme Lord in His abode. But we had the desire to enjoy independently. So Lord, He told, okay, He gave us the artificial independence, so-called independence, which we believe it is an independence. So it is, very, it's an illusion in this material world where we think that, we are under, we are independent. So, I don't know, last, Swami was whoever, I think one of the guys, who told in his Bhagavatam class that, when the child comes to mother, he's seeing the mother is cooking, the girl maybe specifically, like Krishna, maybe younger version of Krishna. So the child will come to mother, I want to cook, but mother will say, oh no, there is fire, you cannot cook. So what mother will say, oh no, I want to cook, I want to cook. Mother is worried that, what if this child will burn himself? So what mother will say, okay, you take one replica of toys, kitchen, gas stove. How many of you had that in childhood?
All of us.
Even boy being, I also had. I was a boy, but I had. I used to do with my sisters. We used to cook and play, ghar ghar khelte the, all that, because my sisters were elders, so they will engage me also like that. So we all have, maybe in some form or other, we do all these kind of this thing.
Rashikar Prabhu told this.
Rashikar Prabhu told you, okay. No, see, that's the impact of hearing, somewhere I heard, So that is the our condition, that the Lord has given us this, this imitation word, which is a replica of this thing, but perverted reflection of the spiritual world, where we think that we are, living independently and we just want to enjoy. But it doesn't happen. Births after birth, we just keep taking birth in this material world, and we just keep getting disappointed by every time that I want to enjoy, but enjoyment is very, very short-lived. It will be there only for some time, and it will go. The enjoyment is not there. But now Lord is worried that how to attract these jivas, because they are not understanding. This is not their real position. So what the Lord does is Lord comes in different forms, and He does different leelas, so that but the jivas like us, conditioned soul, we just get attracted to Him somehow or other. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. as a father is always worried that a child should be how the child should be kept safe, he should be enjoying, he should be successful in his life. Same way Krishna also is all the time worried, and that's why he keeps coming, he keeps doing different leelas. Dharma karma chame devim evam yoveti tattva. Krishna says that for us to understand how Lord takes birth, how Lord appears, how he does different activities, to get attracted to, so that, we can come back to him. So for us, the what important task being a human being is to do activities somehow with which we can connect to Krishna, we can go back to Krishna in this lifetime itself. So there are many pastimes. I will tell two of these which are very common, all of us know. The first story is, and I will ask what is the common thread among them. Stories that all of us have heard. So once in one of the place there was one elephant. He was the king of elephant. He was very huge, and he used to stay in a very beautiful place, a beautiful pond. And so one day along with his family, he went to that pond and he was taking bath, enjoying with his family. He was throwing water from one place to another place on his wife, on his children, and they are pulling it back. This story looks familiar. Anything similar to this? We all are like that, right? We are busy in this thing. Then suddenly what happens is one day, suddenly there crocodile came. And crocodile held the leg of elephant. Now because elephant is a very strong animal, he thought that nothing is going to happen to me. So he was trying to pull taking out his leg. But elephant, water is not a land of water is not a place of elephant. Elephant is weak, crocodile is strong because crocodile stays in water. So he is pulling down. Finally, all this, actually Bhagavatam is very detailed, this is mentioned, how his family is trying to pull, how his friends are trying, because he was the king of that whole group, no? So whatever the kingdom, whatever that, there were so many elephants under him. So they were trying to pull him, after some time they left. After that, family and children are left, they are trying to pull, they also left after some time, because then nothing is happening. Bhagavatam says it happened for thousands of years. At last, this Gajendra, he just takes the lotus from the pond and offered to the Supreme Lord Narayana. And then immediately Lord Narayana comes running and he, kills crocodile, and that, as we know the story is Gajendra Moksha. Finally, Gajendra gets Moksha by the Supreme Lord. Okay, now another story. We all know this story also. That there was a kingdom of Hastinapur, and in that there was I will not go into the whole Mahabharata, but we know this, that suddenly, not suddenly, as incidents or the sequence of incidents that finally that Duryodhana and Pandavas, they come for gambling, they are together. Pandavas one by one, of course by the misdeeds of Shakuni, Pandavas lose everything one by one, and at last they lose Draupadi. And Duryodhana orders Shasana to bring, Draupadi, drag her here into the assembly, and in that assembly, and she should be disrobed, like that he says. And Dushasana goes and he drags Draupadi, to the assembly, and it's a very anybody, whoever has seen Mahabharata serial, you can see, it's so so touching, so. And at last, Dushasana starts taking out the sari of Draupadi. And Draupadi, first she tries her best, she goes to her husband, she goes to Bhishma, she goes to Dronacharya, Dhritarashtra, everybody she pleads. And to, stop this, but everybody will take their head down, and nobody helps this thing. At last, Draupadi, she tries to hold her sari when Dushasana is, but Dushasana had the power, was very powerful. So she is not able to hold the sari, and at last, she has to leave her hand, and that time Vishwasana is trying to pull the sari, and that time she raises her hand and just calls Keshava, Narayana. She calls the name of Lord Krishna, and immediately Lord Krishna turns into a form, takes the form of a sari, a cloth, and she is just wrapped, and Krishna is kept on dragging, and nothing happens. So this is another story of this. So okay, the more stories are, but then it will become a story session. So we should cover some points. So out of these two stories, what is the common theme which you understand? What do you understand from this? I'm looking for one point.